Hey guys, it's Brayden again with a little bit of a continuation of the last tutorial. And it's the same night, but I'm just extremely bored, so I have nothing better to do. Okay, so we still have our program from last time, and what we're going to do is we're going to add some printing and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to print something. Let me see that to where you guys can see. Okay, system.out.println, just normal. And we're going to print motor started or motor running. How about that? And then at the end of this, we're going to print motor stopped. Whatever. Whoops. Okay, so now that we have that, it should print it. But let's add a few other things. Okay, so say you wanted a servo arm to move. I'm just going to demonstrate this. It's not going to be part of the code. Servo, enable servos, and then you do all that. But that's just something you could do. Okay, so let's make it to where I actually don't have any other sensors other than a touch sensor with me right now. So that's what I'm going to use. If, let me see, yeah, okay. If cbc.sensor. And then you have all your accelerometer functions, everything. And this is going to be a digital since it's a touch sensor. Port 0 equals 0. And by the way, before you guys start asking me what's the advantage of using Java, well, you have the whole Java API under you. So you have all of the file I/O, all of the XML, everything is there for you to use. So I mean, it's very helpful just to have some place to start. And then on top of that, you have all your CBC functions. So I mean, it's just amazingness right then. Okay, so we're going to break if this is 1. So we press it. And again, this is much higher level when I actually release it. Okay, so anything else interesting? What else could I do? Let's have it read out the battery level, because that seems to be quite the issue with the CBC. Println battery level. I'm just going to use the cheap way here, and then we're going to do cbc.device.power level, and let me see so you guys can see that. Okay, so now it should print the battery level for us, and let's run it, and hopefully it won't scare me to death again. Okay, so we're going to go to program. Oh, we need to compile it, and it's going to go to that error. That's just it trying to run it. Compiled it successfully, but that's just it trying to run it. Okay, so we compiled it and ran it, even though it's not necessary. That's the fastest way. We're going to download it now. It remembers your IP if you've entered it in the same session. So we're just going to press OK here. Downloading, and it's completed. Okay, so now we can go to our CBC and CBC test. Our C file, which actually launches the Java, has already been compiled, so we don't need to ever compile that again, even though, well, that's kind of a... Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that until GSir. Whoops. Okay, whatever. And that did scare me again. Ugh. Okay, so it's running, and now what we're going to have to do is I'm going to press the touch sensor. And it stopped. It's exiting. And what did it print? It printed motor running, motor stopped, battery level 9.4 volts, which is why we're plugged in. So that's good. I mean, that's really good battery voltage. I mean, that's pretty much it. And the cool thing about this is you can go ahead and download another one. So motor running 2, and then it's much speedier than the system that Kipper currently has in place. So download complete, and you can go ahead and just run it again. And that didn't scare me that time. I'm getting better at this. So motor running 2, I'm going to press the touch sensor. Motor stopped, battery level 9.4. So instead of having to go back and compile every time, this is much quicker. So it actually might save you time in the long run. And Java, speaking of time, Java seems to be running just as quickly as any other language on the CBC. So other than the about 500 milliseconds that it takes to actually start the program, There's a little delay there, but that's about it. I mean, everything else is lickety split, just like you'd expect. Okay, so since I'm bored to death, let's see what else we can add to this to make it interesting and fun. I don't have a wide array of sensors with me to test, but we can do all sorts of stuff. The sound stuff isn't working right now, so I'm not going to show that. Let's have interesting idea. Set when we press the touch sensor, let's reverse the motor. Whoops. CBC dot. Okay. And so, I mean, I really don't see any reason why not to use Java. I mean, it's much quicker in compilation because compiling it on the computer. It's much quicker download. It's much quicker actually running it on the CBC. I mean, there's really no downside to this, and you get all of the Java API under you. So, I mean, unless you're unfamiliar with Java, that's about it. Okay, so we're going to have this run at -100, so it will reverse. And you should be able to hear the reversing if I hold this up. So, compiling it, error, that's fine. And I'm going to try and get that worked out to give you that extent every time. Okay, so download complete. I'm going to run it on our CBC. This won't scare me, I promise. Okay, so it's running it, and I'm sure you can hear it, and then I'm going to press the touch sensor, and it reversed. So, simple stuff, and then I'm going to press the black button to actually stop it. And as you can see, same old, same old. So, I think that's about it that I can do without boring you further. So, see ya.